dice. You never know if it could change your life. Take a chance, you're neither wrong or right. You never know if you don't roll them dice. You better roll them dice. You never know if it'll change your life. Take a chance, you're neither wrong or right.
Hello, Patreon listeners. Happy end of 2023.
Happy end of 2023, everybody. This is Matt and Rob. And you know what? I think I'm going to do something different this year, Matt. I
Okay.
think I will let old acquaintances be forgotten. You know, they've done enough for me. I don't know that they really like pulling their weight. So those old acquaintances, forgot. Sorry, I'm putting them behind me. We're looking forward. It's 2024. It's
I'm taking your kilt away, Rob. You're no longer a true Scotsman if you're forgetting your acquaintances.
Robbie Burns' ghost is going to haunt me on New Year's Eve. But we got a special Patreon, like, end of year episode. It's been, honestly, this is going to be helpful for me. I don't know, because Jesus Christ, it has been a long year and a lot of things have happened. And
can you believe at the beginning of the year we were all at the grocery stores shopping for extra toilet paper and ordering masks? I'm sorry, no. It feels like it's still been one long year, but no, this 1 year of 2023, too many things happen. And then we also want to look forward at some fun games and ideas we want to talk about next year.
Yeah, so we got a lot to cover, so I think we should just sort of like jump into it. So you probably haven't forgotten, but I think it's important to remember that what was happening at the beginning of the year was for lack of a better term, the OGL fiasco. Yeah, just the thing that consumed us for
when Jason Morningstar released the game Fiasco on an open game license. Now, of course, Wizards, WotC, Hasbro attempted to, with a little bit of sleight of hand, revise the open game license in a way that would make it neither open nor licensable by any reasonable company. And there was an intense and crazy backlash. It started a lot of things, including a lot of people in other game companies moving away from D20 OGL systems. Wizards had to first lie and then completely backtrack and release 5e under a Creative Commons license to sort of prove their good faith. I think things are still kind of up in the air as to what the license will be for 1 D&D, which is releasing in a couple of months, actually.
Right. Theoretically. Right. Boy, we'll talk about that when we get to the looking forward part.
I know. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to the couple months of our lives that will be consumed by that. It might actually be kind of fun, but because for me, the pressure is off to play it or convert to that edition in my game. So I'll be a observer.
Yeah. I mean, the OGL thing was obviously fascinating because, one, I don't think that WotC anticipated that anyone would care about this or notice. And as always, they have underestimated nerds. And two, it, I think, prompted a bunch of either breaks in progress or breaks from Wizards that were, close to happening for a lot of game companies and a lot of writers and designers. And so we have the Orc. The time of the Orc is now. The Pathfinder or Paizo has released their own gaming license. Mork Borg has a gaming license. Almost every, let's see, Blades in the Dark already had something of or Forge in the Dark had a license. So it's never been easier to design for more systems. And 5e, again, after great tumult and uproar, is now under some kind of Creative Commons. I am skeptical, as Matt has alluded to, that 6th edition, 5.5, 1D&D, whatever the fuck they're calling it now, is going to be any sort of I think they're hoping that we all forgot and they're going to release it under a much more constricted license. I sort of don't care at this point. But I think also one of the things that we all learned a lot about licensing this year.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that became clear is that it's not ideal and it's not good for writers and designers and creatives necessarily to be beholden to any one license. I don't know that there is a solution that we have all agreed upon as TTRPG writers, designers, players, game masters, but even writing under like Paizo's license, which I think is much more generous, is still, you're still, I think, in a, a singular ecosystem. And this is one of the things that people kept trying to point out to Wizards, like they were, slaughtering their golden goose, because with the OGL, everybody needed to be a part of the same sort of 5e system. And yeah, I still think the hobby is kind of shaking out what that means, but a lot of people have, I think, started to think about what that means and what that looks like going forward for designing their games. I think, it's
a real remains to be seen thing, because I think, and someone could check me, but like when 5e came out, the SRD didn't come out for several months afterwards. So like we may not even know Q2 2024 what 1D&D's license system will look like. We might not know even until like the end of 2024. So it's a lot of real wait and see.
Yeah.
Same goes for their virtual tabletop. But also one thing don't have to wait. One thing we don't have to wait and see. Yeah, is there was a D&D movie for the first time in many years. It was critically acclaimed by critics such as Matt and Rob, and also like normal people liked it. Thanks everyone for listening to a free preview of our premium episode. If you want to hear the rest, you can head over to patreon.com/Dungeon Master of None. Thanks for listening.
Fortune found, nor faith divine, come close to topping the juice of the vine. With carry crew, we sip and sway. Let's tip the tankard and waste a day.